Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to episode 2 of our career, our own club. Picking up where we left off exactly, have not done anything, not looked at anything, so we're going to continue on and get into potentially a few signings and hopefully the first game or two of the season. I'm hoping to finish mid-table, but realistically, I think with the club we've got, we just need to avoid relegation. Okay, so delegate to him. Hopefully we can bring these 4 players in to start with. And we'll work out where we're going to go from there. We've got the scout reports back on a few other players. Okay, so he's 61 rated and 17. He is 70. He's 69 rated, 20 years old. I really want to make a move for Harvey Elliott though. He's 20, waiting back for this dude. I think we'll delegate to buy. We can get him a lot cheaper than his release clause, so if that works, then we'll just take that. I mean, no point spending the extra for nothing. Alright, we've got an agreement for Javi. I don't know if it's Simmons or Simons. Don't know how it's pronounced. I'm going to go with Simmons, just because it's one M. But I could be wrong. Anyway. Manchester United accept 84 million bid for Luke Shaw to Real Madrid. Okay, 10 mil is his agreement, and I'm cool with that because his release clause is 15. So let's try to bring him in. A left back, a centre back, and 3 centre midfielders who all have potential. Obviously won't get chucked into the starting lineup, but we can work with that. Okay. Our first player has been signed. Edward Mitchut. Okay, welcome to the club. Ilkay Gundogan has gone to PSG. Okay. I guess that's sort of a realistic move. I could see that happening. 8.7 million. Okay. I can work with that. Let's try to bring him in as well. If you guys have anyone you want me to bring in, any young players that have potential, or even just something, you know, more than happy to look at that. He's 20 years old and 73 rated. Okay. Ooh. Currently on loan. He's 71 rated. 21 years old. Okay, Out Nuri has accepted as well, so he will join, and so will Simmons from PSG. Okay, so moving along. Hopefully our first game is against someone beatable. An agreement for Kone as well. 4.95 million. Let's go. His release clause is 9, so we're getting him very, very cheap. I don't want to have to play every game, but I'll see how the team goes to start with. We'll bring him in as well, because obviously the words aren't coming out of my mouth. Obviously we don't want to get relegated, but then we don't just want to sit here and look after the team the whole time. Right, we'll see what we can do. See what we can make happen. We'll go straight into the lineup. I want to get rid of any old players and just have young players in. I'm more than happy to loan a few players out as well. So he's 31. He can just go on the transfer list. We'll hold these two for now. We will add him on the list and keep these two as backup. Centre back wise, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 centre backs. So that's 2 starting, 1 reserve, 1 on the bench. So we could bring in another one, realistically, or we could loan out Jay Baxter. Right backs, we've got 2 at the moment, 72 rated, so we're definitely keeping him. CDMs, we have 2 as well. Ellis is the captain. He's 28 years old though. Midfielders, we've got that guy. Simmons is only 18. Maybe loan him out. It's a possibility. He's 33 years old, so he can leave. He's 17 from our, whatever you call it, youth academy. He's got a lot of potential. 78 rated, 23 years old. He is 27 and 63 years old, so we need to bring in another left winger. Somewhere in the 70s. Parkins is our current right winger, I believe, who's 34 years old. Could do with another striker. Who is our current striker? Is it Traore? I think it might be. I think Traore could be our current striker. He's retiring at the end of the season anyway. So we need to bring in... I mean, realistically, if we just go to a development plan and put them into a right winger, we've got another right wing. Shouldn't take him long to swap to a right wing either. 11 weeks, okay. Let's go with that. We definitely need to bring in another left wing though. So they're obviously not looking for wingers. So if we go to the left wing, do want to keep it under a certain age though. Let's have a look at this guy. Also this guy. I think 25 will be the max that we're kind of looking at. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty expensive. But we'll see what we can do. See if we can bring one of these guys in. Haven't really spent a whole lot so far. Maybe even this dude. We're rating PSG for their young talent. He's got a 13 mil release clause, so he may have some potential. Not much, but there could be something there. And we're going to check out the Bundesliga as well. I kind of stick to the main leagues. Just mainly because I know they're going to have players, whereas the other leagues I don't really know any players either. Alright, let's head on forward. We can edit players as well. I can make myself a player. Realistically, a player and a manager. Yep, that's cool, that's cool. Don't really need you in the squad, if I can be honest. Kone offer accepted, so he's in. That is cool. Welcome to the club. That's what we're gonna do. We do need to bring in another centre back. We're gonna go. Probably our most expensive one we're going to go for. Let's see if we can bring him in. And Adley as well is 21 years old and 71 rated. Let's make a move for him as well. He can get removed now. Phillips I'm going to keep an eye on. He can go. Okay. I'll be happy to bring in those guys. Now let's just quickly sim ahead. Advance. Okay, add the agreement. That was very quick. 7.5 they're happy with. Okay. And he doesn't really want that much either, so we can bring in these two as well. This is a pretty solid window. We haven't really gone for anyone big. I mean, we could have brought in like 1 or 2 decent players. Offer for Jones, 1.3 mil. Go for it. I'll let him go. Whatever needs to happen. And then we will have to bring in a left winger because that's our only backup. Alright, I wonder who our first game of the season will be against. We should have a game or two before the deadline, which will give us a rough idea of what we may need to fix up. Okay, he is in, and 9.8. He's probably going to be our biggest signing of this window, unless one of the wingers are some ridiculous price. We don't need that centre back anymore. So we can continue to push on. That purple kit looks nice. Don't think anyone else plays with a purple kit in the Prem. Not 100% sure though. Okay, he has gone down to 85. He's gone down to 87, but keep an eye on them. Alright, we've got our scout reports. Finally, how much do we have to work with? 14 mil currently. When we bring him in, we'll have about 3 or 5 left. How much are they thinking for him? 72 rated, 71 rated. 63 rated. Let's make a move for him. We can afford to bring him in. And then I think we'll be sorted for this window. Well, for the season actually, unless we sell some players and get some decent money for them. And then we should be okay to head into the first game. Okay, offer accepted. What did they agree on? Important squad role. Okay, so he needs to be playing. And then one of the guys can drop to the bench. Okay, so if we go and check out this squad, I mean, these two guys are already higher than him. Isn't he 7? He's 27. He's 25. So we'll put him out. We've got a decent backup. Decent backup striker as well. Kone 69, 17 and 20 years old. Okay, well Kone will be a backup as well. Alright. So pretty solid. Got some players around there. We just need to bring in that left winger. We'll probably jump onto the bench anyway. Just because we've got 2 right mids on the bench. One that's turning into a right wing, which will be useful. Yep, there is another signing, our biggest signing. 9.8 million, here we go, 1.8 mil is what they're agreeing on. Delegate, he's 63 rated, so he's higher than the other 2 wingers on the bench. So he will jump in and one of them will jump off. Still don't know who we're coming up against. Okay, we're coming up against Brentford in our first game. Now I'm going to sim that game. I'm going to play basically the teams, I'd say, from about the top 10 and up. Other than that, we'll just sim them and hopefully we can at least get a point. We need to at least grab a point from these games that I sim. Because every point does make a difference, and especially our first season in the Premier League, where we've just hopped straight in and jumped in the deep end, really. Okay, let's go to our first press conference. If it loads, here we go. Alright. Good up, I'm going to be as a manager. Obviously, getting knocked out of the European International Cup, so it must have been disappointing. Well, I believe in the players. And that's true, in pre-season you can lose every game and then you win the league. There's a lot of pressure on your players, everybody seems to be expecting you to struggle. Is that right? Well, we are ready for the fight. 100%. Definitely ready to take this on. So, and yes, we did. Fans looking forward to seeing the new boy in action. He'll make a difference for sure. Now, from what I noticed, he can't actually skip. Now, I don't know if this was the first press conference or what, but let's go. Let's do this. Now, I put myself in a tracksuit. I forgot to change it. I wanted a suit. Alright, so this is going to be our starting one. Don't know how to send it forward, though. We'll see how we go. We will sim the match and jump in if we have to. So let's see how we go. Obviously, we can't compare lineups. I mean, realistically, they're a lot better. But let's see how we go. Oh no, everyone's wearing red. Oh dear, we should be able to get a third kit. I may not be able to jump into this game if everyone's on red, because Brentford are red and white. Our away kit's red and white. I completely forgot that Brentford had a red and white kit. United have red, Liverpool got red and white. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We may have to change kits. I don't know who's who at the moment. Come on. Now we've conceded after 14 minutes. Oh, he was offside. Okay. We're going to go defensive. We may have to jump in at some stage. Trying to figure out where the ball's actually going. Oh, we've conceded 1-0. Ivan Tooney. The man, the legend in our ultimate team, who is on fire at the moment. How will the Mad Lads respond? That's it. Mad Lads. Henry. Come on. Nice. Go on.
Perfectly positioned to take it away. And room now out on the wing.
Go on.
Ryan Ait-Nouri.
Get in there.
Ellis.
Why is Ait-Nouri pushing up so high? Take the shot, take the shot. E again. Come on, boys. Starting to put some pressure on, and we're playing on defensive here.
Wissa has it. Well, sitting deep like this might be a dangerous game.
Come on, hold him off. Come on. Shoot. Oh, let's go. Parkinson, the man retiring at the end of the season, has leveled it up. Alright, let's jump to the result. I'm hoping we can at least grab a point. And we do, we draw 1-1. That's something to be excited about. We are a team that has no experience whatsoever. A few young players in who do have experience. I will take a point. We're currently first. Oh, Carlos Veyes moved to Madrid. What is happening in this transfer window? I will take that. Gnabry to Tottenham, Jesus to Madrid, Shaw to Madrid. What on earth is going on? Okay, so we draw our first game of the season. We should not be in last unless everyone draws and no one loses. But that is a decent start. Jones transfer offer. Accept. So clearly the other deal didn't fall through. Yep, didn't think so. That is okay. We're sitting in 9th after everyone has played. City drew 12th now. City and Spurs have drawn. We're ahead of them so far. I mean, we should be there instead of Brentford, but, you know, don't know why we dropped down here. Anyway, our next game is against Chelsea. Now, that's going to be a big game. What has happened to the winger we're supposed to bring in? Oh, we did sign him. Oh, okay. I didn't even realise. I didn't think we actually brought him in yet, but apparently we have. Yeah, jump straight in there. Nice fit, 17 years old, 63 rated. Alright. We could actually bring in another goalkeeper realistically. But with 2.6k, don't think it's possible. Alright. So we played our first game of the season, drew 1-1. I think we're going to call it there for the second episode, and when we come back into the third episode, we'll be taking on Chelsea, which will be a very big game for us. It will also tell me where we're at as a team. And we'll see how we go from there. Pretty sure they've won their first game of the season. A win for us would be actually pretty big. We'd go up pretty high because Man City have lost again. Spurs drew again. Brighton drew. Newcastle lost, so a win could put us pretty high up there on 4 points. At least 8 or up, which would be pretty solid. So, we're going to end it there for the second episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and comment and subscribe if you like what's going on. Let me know if there's any players you want me to sign, anything you want me to do with this team, and we can go from there. Until then.